Welcome. What were you gonna do?
I wasn't sure.
Oh, I was all excited.
You'd be like, wow, or something.
What?
Wow.
Okay, you're a director and you're on this training, so you're taking your family on the incentive, right? Kudos to you. Do you know how many even directors and above that we hear from that look at the incentive requirements, stress out, and then check out?
I can't do that. Yeah.
It's too much. I'm not able to do
but
it.
We
but
want,
you know what? That's not you because you're here.
Well, and we want every director, we want to show every director just how
doable,
achievable,
yes,
doable.
You're gonna die when you see how simple it is.
Earning the incentive is
not easy. It's
for the base case of at least earning the incentive for yourself.
I mean, that's what we're gonna break down for you, at least level 1.
Okay.
So yay you for being here. Sorry, I got excited because you know, directors. We're going on the incentive with you. Do you believe that? Yeah. What incentive are you going? It doesn't matter whether you're going to Fiji, Disney Paris, or Disney World. Do you feel like you're there? Do you feel why you want to go there? Are you emotionally attached? Because if you're not, get yourself there. If you have not read Jordan Adler's Beach Money book, get it. Because
it's a simple read.
It is. It goes really quick. And he's all about that vision. And just so you know, Jordan Adler is one of the top income earning males in network marketing and direct sales. So you might want to kind of read the book and pay attention so you don't just look up at the sky when we talk to you about what we're going to go through on this spreadsheet. Print it, put it in front of your face, and get a visual somewhere in front of you that you're going to see every day. Create a dream board, do whatever it takes for you to literally get every emotion attached to this incentive. So when you're thinking about where you're going, did you want to add to that?
Well, I was just going to say, and it's not like we're just telling you to do this. This is what we do. Every incentive, when it's announced, this is what we do. These are the things we do. This is our business plan for the fall, or every time there's a Scentsy incentive in front of us.
Yeah.
How do we break that down and earn it? We put a plan in place, which is what we're going to walk you through on this video today.
Yep.
And we do this. This is what we do.
We don't call it a trip tracker. This is our business plan. And you know what? It's a beautiful thing when you start figuring out how to earn these incentives, because then you're going to realize every single requirement on here is a requirement for us to grow anyway. The fat, juicy bonus
is what we should be doing anyway.
There's going to be a fat Christmas bonus. Guess what? You grow your business. You're earning more money. You're getting a fatter paycheck. Oh, and by the way,
bonus.
You earn a free trip.
Right.
See, so what I'm saying is get yourself emotionally into it. And what we mean by that is, can you actually feel yourself at Disney Paris right now? Can you really feel you and your family playing on a ride at Disney World? Can you just see what's going on around you? Can you taste the cotton candy? Or what are you drinking? What's your beverage? Can you feel the air? Can you smell the Disney aroma?
You know that log ride where you go down the Splash Mountain, I think it's called, or whatever.
Can you feel those?
Can you feel that water splashing on your face and the wind blowing through your hair as you're popping? You know, that's the emotional attachment that you want to feel in.
And so if you're not there yet, just get there, because that really is what gets us going.
It's an interesting
Isn't it
dynamic.
just like riding a bike?
Well, yeah. I mean, I look at it. So if you've never earned an incentive trip before, it's like putting the training wheels on your first time getting on a bike. I mean, there's some learning, right? You're gonna have to learn a few things, these skills. But the beauty of learning these skills and investing in these skills is it replicates the next year. So learning how to ride a Scentsy incentive bike, the Scentsy incentive bike, is something that the next time you get on, you don't even need the training wheels. And the next time after that, it's like it turns in from a 1-speed to a 10-speed. And the next incentive trip after that, it turns into, a mountain bike where you're just, handling the terrain. So the point is that first time of learning how to earn an incentive trip pays off in that you're going to earn the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and more importantly, you're going to earn higher and higher levels on the next one, and they become easier and easier and easier to do. But the first one, we will not kid you, requires learning, requires education, requires a little pain and suffering, requires you to stretch a little bit, probably get a few bruises and a little road rash.
Just like you would if you fell off a bicycle.
But it's worth it. Why is it worth it? Because the trips are phenomenal.
Seriously, you guys, we're treated like VIPs. If you've never been on one, you get off of the plane afterwards after being treated like an incredible celebrity all of this time, and you get off the plane, you're all, do you not know who I am? I just earned it, and so my favorite one was Africa, South Africa. Oh my gosh. You guys, we could go on about what Scentsy does for us to treat us like VIPs when we're on these incentives. And I'm just going to give you a quick example, and then I want you to say what is your favorite incentive. Okay. But when we went to South Africa, we didn't get just one safari. We didn't get two. We got 5. And the reason why they gave us 5 safaris is because they want us to have the full experience of that country and get to see the wildlife in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. So then you got a different variety. And I'm telling you, they do that across the board. So what would you say was your favorite incentive?
Well, when we did Disney World, when was that? 2015?
15, I think, yeah.
Yeah, when the first time they did Disney World, that was phenomenal. So, you know, the expectations of this one are great. But Hawaii was awesome. Banff, Canada was awesome. But I'd say I love the beach experience. So for me, it was either Costa Rica or Dominican Republic.
Oh my gosh, the sand.
Both of those beaches were amazing. So yeah. But what we want to emphasize here is it's worth it, right? So it's worth learning. It's worth a little stretching. It's worth putting those training wheels on the Scentsy incentive bike and taking it out for that first test spin and learning how to ride that thing.
So before you even decide where you're going and what trip and how many, think about that first time you wanted to ride a bike and why. Did you want to ride a bike because your parents said you should ride the bike, or that you had a boss telling you you're going to ride a bike? You wanted to learn to ride the bike. Why was that? You wanted that independency. I'm assuming that if you were like me, I couldn't wait to ride my bike to my friend's house all by myself. I couldn't wait to go to the store on my bike by myself. But you know what? When I first started riding, I didn't just jump on and go wee. But boy, after those training wheels came off, after all that practice, after earning an incentive, you feel it, you taste it. There's no way I wasn't going to just ride my bike anywhere and everywhere. I had to keep riding my bike. So as we're talking to you now, you're going to have to get a couple of training wheels, a couple of tools. And if you don't have these, then you'll stop the video, of course, and make sure you pull them up or print them out. So first training wheel that you're going to have as we go into our example with you.
So this is basic, right? Every time Scentsy announces an incentive trip, you want to go to the workstation, print out the specifics. These are the details that tell you how to get points to earn the trip. Okay, so or whatever the incentive is.
It's on your dashboard. Click on incentive and then click on how to earn. And you guys, we print it out because we reference it. We get it all messy throughout the incentive.
And we're going to show you how we do it.
And speaking of how often we do it, catalog, I'm telling you, we've done this for 15 years and been on way more incentives than we could ever possibly even start to list. And we still refer to the comp plan. So you want to get your catalog out or print the comp plan from the workstation and reference it, because you're a director now. You should know a little bit about all of the levels up until now, up until director. And in region 1, it's on page 61 of our catalog. So we're referencing this in our example.
If there's anything you don't understand in the comp model, there on the training center, there's videos.
Yeah, it's a great training.
Yeah.
Just do a search.
Yeah, do a search on the training center, and we'll walk you through all the details if there's anything confusing there, or ask. You know.
Yeah, ask your most immediate director or us.
Because these are the two things. These are your 2 training wheels, one on each side of your bike, and you really need to grow to learn to understand them, where they become who you are every time. Because the beauty of this kind of a business that you're in as a director, for goodness sake, is that you can work to make money and get a free vacation. That's why the fall is so exciting. Not only is it the highest selling period that there is of the Scentsy as a company, but we as independent consultants can not only make more money, we can earn free trips. So it's like a double dip, double whammy, awesome thing.
All right then, so let's pull up our little, what do we call this? Our spreadsheet. And then this is your cue. Pause, go get it if you don't have your requirements.
Go get your training wheels. We'll wait for you. Dun, dun, dun,
okay.
dun, dun. Oh,
welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay.
All right then, sweet. All right, so let's give you an example. This is an example, and we're telling you right now, as a director, you get big, fat, juicy points for not just growing yourself, but helping others. But that's the whole beauty of Scentsy's comp plan, is that we grow by helping others grow. We're all about leveling up our own abilities with our team members. What were you going to say something?
I was just going to say, if we could tell you that all you had to do to earn this trip, this incentive, is sell $1,000 in product every month, your personal sales, and sponsor a handful of people, and you get this free trip, would you be excited about that? I mean, that's what we're talking about. And we'll walk you through the numbers. Sponsor a few people, sell $1,000 a month, you get the trip. So,
ba-boom!
And this is the thing that
you don't just sponsor them though, but that's why we call it sponsoring, not recruiting. The word sponsor means you are completely committed, dedicated to showing and sharing the way. You guide them.
And guide them to some success. And we'll talk about what that means and how that drives points. But what we want to emphasize is a lot of times consultants and even directors, believe it or not, will look at this and go, oh, it's too hard.
Yep.
It's too, the number, oh, I could never do that. But that's all you got to do. You get points from so many. That's why it's so frustrating for us when we hear that, especially for directors and above. No. You get points for so many different things, and we're going to walk you through that, and you'll see.
It's frustrating because we try as much as possible to share this information with you. We would have loved to have had this presented to us when we were a director at any level. And so it's frustrating to us when we hear from our leaders that there's no way they can earn it. And that tells us that you haven't even tried. You haven't even broken it down. You haven't looked at the requirements. You haven't sat down and tried to put a little pencil or lead to the paper for your own business, for your family's livelihood.
Yeah.
So don't give us the excuse that I didn't know. Don't give us the excuse that you're not a business person, that you don't know how to sponsor, that you're not good at math. That's what your brain is trying to tell you, and don't let it win. You have us, you have more upline sponsors. You are going to do this because of this spreadsheet example. It's just one way, but take nuggets of it and apply it to your business, and then of course print it out and put it in front of your face so you know you're going to earn it for at least one. I mean, come on, 1,000 PRV each month through the end of December.
Yeah, so let's talk about all the different ways you get points. Okay, that's what I think most people miss. All right, so let's start with grow with the flow, the previous incentive that we just finished, right?
Okay, yeah.
So if you earned level 1, we're going basic. We're going basic, simple. You earned level 1.
Yay!
You can, and you applied those points to this, which it's no big deal if you didn't, but let's say you did. Instead of taking whatever level 1 was, you said, I want to apply that to this incentive.
Yep.
This incentive allows you to take half those points.
So you got 1,000 points. It says 1,000 points towards the incentive on level 1.
Level 1.
And the way Scentsy, level 1 we're talking. And the way Scentsy breaks it down is automatically 500 of it goes to PRV, 500 of it goes to sponsoring. And there you see the 500 in July, because we're just saying as our example that you took the points, you earned level 1. Okay. I mean, obviously, if you earn level 2 or 3, you have more points, and it's automatically split between PRV and sponsoring, just so you know.
Yeah, so we have 500 over here in the sponsoring column in July, and then we put 500 points over here. If you used it some other way, then that would be 0, and that's no big deal, okay? So we just put a few in there just for level 1. Okay, and then let's talk about the simplest part that everybody understands, selling Scentsy products.
We understand it because it's the part we learn first, and then therefore it becomes the most comfortable. PRV, personal retail volume. So
we have 1,000 in there each month for a very specific reason, and that's because in the incentive requirements, you get a $200 or a $2,500 bonus if you do 1,000 or more in PRV each month, 5 out of the 6 months of the incentive period.
In case you didn't know,
don't leave those points on the table.
In case you didn't know, Scentsy's numbers and Stretchy Pants have been tripling our own PRV, TWV, GWV, and sponsoring during the pandemic. So we are not flattening anybody's curve. We're raising the curve. So 1,000 we put just because that was the minimum Scentsy's reward system is for PRB 5 out of 6 months, 1,000. But we're going to play with this and get a little bit higher.
So let's talk about the secret sauce that I think people overlook and they miss. See how it takes 20,000 points total. And
that's according to the requirements.
And we have all the data here on this spreadsheet that you can use.
And this spreadsheet you have access to. It's on our leadership group. So in director and above, you can be in our leadership group, or it's on your director or star director or superstar directors, but it's also on team page, team talks page. So you have access to this entire document to play with and dork around with, okay?
All those numbers come out of this document from the workstation.
And make them up.
Okay? So what most people don't understand is, so for the first level of the incentive, you need total of 20,000 points here.
For level 1, that's one. That's you going.
You can see we have over 20,000 here. 6,000 of that 20,000 that we're going to walk you through in this base case example comes from your personal sales.
That's it.
That's it.
I mean, come on.
Right? So that's the key, is that there's so many other points you can earn. For example, you getting paid at director every month
during this incentive.
During the incentive period, you get 1,000 points
just
each month.
Just maintaining your director numbers, you get activity bonus. Look at that. That is not including us aspiring to get to star director and superstar director and circle. That
no rank advancing at all.
This is base case.
Just getting paid at director, right? So
page 61 of the Region 1 catalog tells you exactly what the requirements are for you to keep getting paid at director.
Okay, so another requirement of earning the incentive is that you have to, of the 20,000 total points for the first level, 4,600, and that's in this document and also here on this breakout, 4,600 of that have to come from the sponsoring area of the incentive.
Isn't it great that Ken made this interactive spreadsheet? So it does all the math for us, and it includes all the requirements below it for quick reference. I know, it's deluxe.
And we're going to play with that here in a minute once we get you on the same page with us of a base
level 1.
Of level 1, earning the first level of the incentive. Okay, so remember we put 500 in here, half of the grow with the flow level 1. Okay, so you could already have sponsoring incentive points, and you haven't even sponsored anybody, right? You can also get sponsoring incentive points from your frontline consultants that you already have in your team who haven't reached certified yet. So if
all of them, you guys, whether they joined last year, whether they rolled up, whether they reinstated, we get some points for anyone who's joined before the incentive period start, and we guide them to rank advance to certified lead and star. And then we get more points if we sponsor them and when we guide them to those rank advancements during the qualification period.
So think about it this way. Let's say you have 3 consultants,
3 teamies that
3
are
frontline consultants to you, that you personally sponsored, and they haven't reached certified yet in your team.
Let's just say.
But so you work with them, encourage them, motivate them, incentivize them.
They're 3 joined before the period.
Before July.
Okay, before this incentive. Okay.
Before the incentive. They've been on your team for a while, but they've been on your team for a while, and they've never reached certified. Okay?
No, but we know they got inactive because you wouldn't be a director.
Right. So now, well, you could have more.
Oh, you're huge. Good point.
I'm just saying that you've got 3 of them that haven't got certified, and you're going to work with them, and you sponsored them a while ago. Okay? They've never reached certified. So when they reach certified, you get 250 incentive points. Okay? For each one of them. So let's say 3 of them, maybe you got 5 of them, maybe you got 10 of them, but they haven't reached certified. So you get 3 of them certified.
For the first time in their careers, they hit certified during this period. You get 250 each. That's where that 750 is from.
So we put 750 points in there for that. Now, if they then catch fire and take off with their Scentsy business,
because they have you as their personal coach.
Now they're excited. They rank advanced, and they get to lead. You get another 1,000 sponsoring points.
That's if one of your previously sponsored team members gets certified. We're saying it happened by September. That's 1,000 points. Okay.
No, gets to lead.
So I meant lead.
They got certified and then got to lead. So when they got certified in August, and then in September they got to lead. Okay. And if they rank advanced again somewhere in this before December, you get another 1,000 points. So
for that same team member.
These are people who are already in your organization. They're already your frontline team members that you sponsored before this incentive period was even announced.
As long as they've never been at least certified.
And then let's say you sponsor 1 or 2 people. You have 6 months. So let's say you sponsor a couple of people. You guide them to getting certified. You get 1,000 points for each one of those. So you can see how you can easily get to the 4,600 minimum requirement here.
And think about that.
Sponsoring category.
When you have a team member sponsored prior to the incentive period, or you have a team member that rolls up, or somebody who reinstates, and in all 3 scenarios, none of them have ever been certified, then when you guide them to grow, because that's what this business is all about, when you share all the things that you're knowing and doing and learning, and the good and the bad, when you're guiding them and constantly keeping that one level up in front of them about how to grow, then you can get 22,250 points per team member, as long that's already been with us before the incentive period, by December, as long as you guide them to star. Per team member. So if you have 3 and you get those 3 to star, that's more than 6,000. I hope you're figuring out how beautiful it is. It doesn't matter when they join, how they join. You want them to get to star. And this incentive requirement breakdown rewards you for it.
Okay. So another way you could easily get to 6,000 is to sponsor 6 new people, 1 per month. And they all get certified in the incentive period. There's 6,000 points right there, right?
Boom. Okay. On top of the ones you're probably already going to help get certified,
right.
/lead,
so that's new. So that's new. You're growing. You're growing your team. You're growing your customer base. You're doing your follow-up work. You're getting your PRV, hitting your PRV numbers. And oh, by the way, the cherry on top is you're earning a trip to Disney World, Disney Paris, Fiji, whatever.
So we know. So this was you earning the incentive for 1. Now, big thunderstorm.
Oh, no, I want to walk through couple of little changes so you can see how this.
Do personal promotions. Not yet.
Well, I want to show them how the spreadsheet works. So let's say now, I didn't earn the grow with the flow incentive, or I
don't get any points.
Or I used it for something else. Well, put 0 in there. See how the numbers change here in the total. And then you're going to have it in here. Okay. So we'll take that away. So what does that mean? That means I still have my 4,600 here.
Good on sponsoring.
I still have my 4,600 in the sponsoring area. So I could just come up with more PRV, for example. Let's say in October, I'm going to
have a good month, because October and November are the 2 busiest selling seasons of Scentsy's entire season, right? Typically, right?
Yeah. So
you know that. You're a director. You've been with us.
That shouldn't be hard at all, right? So now I just do a little bit more there, and boom. There we go. I'm still at my 20,000. You still got it.
Okay, so, but let's do this, honey. They're stretchers, so nobody just settles for director.
Right.
Right? So let's say your big aspiration is to rank advance. And I'm telling you, when you're working your business and you're breaking it down into these chewable pieces to get this elephant conquered, you're going to hit star director by December. So let's just say you hit star director by December, and let's see what happens to this incentive as we give you those points for this activity. Okay, let's just say.
Okay.
And we're going to tell you right now, in our group or organization, what was it? For director to be sustained, it was between 40 and 45, and it was just over 200 for star director to have that many group members in your entire organization. So we're going to get there. It's a matter of time.
Okay. So let's say you're on the cusp, or you're working towards, and your goal is to get to star director this fall. So let's put. All
right.
So if you look
you rank advance.
So if you look on the chart, it tells you how many points you get for that, which is what?
8,000.
8,000 personal promotion points.
Personal promotion points. I'm going to make sure that's right.
For rank advancing to star director. Okay, so there's 8,000 more points. And you get more activity points too, don't you?
Yep.
How much?
Yeah, because right now you get 1,000 every time you get paid as a director. So when do we have? So in November, when you hit star director, then you're going to get 15. You're going to get 500 more additional. And then this is saying you're getting paid as a star director again in December.
Right.
Okay, you following that?
Okay. Okay. So now let's really if you're working towards becoming a star director, chances are $1,000 a month is way below what
it's
you're
not your
doing.
goal, and it's probably not what you've been doing. And if you haven't, get your butt in gear and start doing it, because the people are out there wanting to buy. Retail therapy is huge right now during COVID.
Yep.
So pound the pavement. Go to freaking YouTube. Ask your sponsor. Ask your director. Get some more ideas, because this can happen. You are worth it. It's your time.
So let's say you're busting your hump to
get 2,000
to get that 5% bonus.
I'm not gonna let you say less, right? You weren't gonna say less.
I was going to say you're going for that 5% bonus every month.
Right, 2,000 PRB.
2,000.
And you know what? Let's do 2,500 in October and November, because those are the busiest months.
For sure,
and that is obvious that you are working your business and you're not just selling to friends and family, right? So if you're getting 2,000 PRB every month, that means you're expanding your network. You're putting your little body around people somehow, some way, most likely virtually, and it can happen because it is.
And you should easily, if you're doing 2,000 in July, August, and September, then another half of that should be not a stretch for you to accomplish in the primary buying months that we have. And you've been with Scentsy long enough, if you're a director, likely, that you've been through this and seen how the numbers just go off the charts crazy in those months.
Think outside. You got to think fundraisers. You got to think online virtual parties. You got to think pouch parties, drops. How can you do because we don't get to do the same things we used to do. So remember, your perspective. Oh, excuse me. Your perspective is so powerful now on how you're going to change with the times, not if you're going to change with the times. So would you freaking look at that now? Look at your total points.
And chances are, if you're doing that kind of PRB, you're using the Earn a Kit, which does what?
It's me sponsor.
Going to add more sponsoring, right? And now you're going to look at your numbers and go, oh my gosh, earning it, the incentive for 2 is within reach. So what are the requirements for earning it for 2? Level 2.
Oh my God.
We need 38,000 points. We got 36.
So,
and what else? Oh, we need 8,200 coming from sponsoring of the 38. So we need 8,200. So we need.
That means we want to be working with all the team members we have on board, and then guiding those brand newbies to get to start, no matter what it takes. You try your guts out to sponsor them right away. The sooner you do, the more time you have to work with them. That's it.
Or if you're selling this much, chances are you're doing more Earn a Kits. You're getting more people on your team, and now, instead of you're probably going to have more like 3 people certify or rank advanced that are front lines.
If add 2,000 for at least 2 out of the 5 we just talked about hitting star.
Or that.
Yeah.
Because you're helping them rank advanced.
Them over the 8. Do September to 3,000.
3,000. Okay.
Yeah, because they're going to sponsor someone, 1 or 2 people in August, and get them certified, and then the 750, those 3 people, they're going to get certified. So you just added another 2,000.
Okay. So now you're over the 8,200 that you need here in sponsoring.
I may as well go for 3 people.
And you're over the 38,000 here. So you have just put a strategy in place of earning this incentive for 2.
Boom, people.
Okay.
See, I'm so excited. We cannot wait to go on this incentive with you. Where are you going to go? So you probably already know about our exclusive Facebook group, and it is called Let's Go, because it is. It's all about let's go. We don't want to do this by ourselves. Who wants to go on one trip all by themselves? I want you guys to be right next to us wherever we are, because it is such a life-altering experience to be on one of Scentsy's incentives. So one of the requirements is to watch this video or this training at your level, and then you're going to post underneath this training at your level what level are you going for in the incentive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. That means how many people are you working for to earn the free trip for, and what are the point requirements? And that is written down for you on how to earn. It's in this document. It's also on this little spreadsheet for you to play with. That's one of 3 requirements. And again, ask your most immediate director or star director, because we've been promoting it on our leadership page, and we would love for you to be a contributing member of our super fun Facebook group. Let's go! Anything else, Hank?
I was just gonna say, if you're a director, you got to put those training wheels on and learn how to earn these things every time, because they are worth the effort. It's worth learning the knowledge. It's the things you need to do anyway for building your business appropriately, where it can compound and grow, and you can be making bigger and bigger paychecks year over year over year for your Scentsy business going forward. And the cherry on top is these amazing trips that you earn and get to go on. So
yeah,
let's make this happen. You want to be in the Let's Go Facebook group, because that's where the action happens. That's where we support one another.
That's where we're going for family.
Where we share ideas.
Not just the base case.
Yeah, so we're sharing ideas. We're supporting one another. We're motivating one another. You want to be in the Let's Go group. And then think about it. If you had a couple of your frontline in the Let's Go group, Facebook group, to earn the incentive, guess what? If they haven't been certified before, or if they're certified, let's say, they're gonna have to work to get rank advancing so they can get their personal promotion points. And guess what? As they're working to do that so they can earn the incentive, they're helping you earn the incentive.
Oh,
that's the beauty of us working and lifting each other and helping one another along. They benefit, you benefit, everybody wins, and we go have some fun on an incentive trip. So let's go.
So I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't earn at least level 1 as a director and above, you're not working your business. And unfortunately, you're letting your excuses drive your actions instead of your motivation and desire. So get to that emotional place where you know it can happen. And when you struggle, not if, because you will, because we have, then you have a power partner or two. That's who you want to get with, because you are going on this incentive. Let's go! Love you guys. Can't wait to play with you.